Hi guys, it's Candace. Welcome back. I know, let me do my ho ho ho. Oh, alright, so this is the 2-page double-sided paper project that I told you we were going to do, but I ran out of time with my other ones, so this is what we're going to do. Now, I did print these on 32-pound paper. I mean, it is, firm. This, I think I don't know, I just make it so much more work. I think if you put a piece of coffee dye paper in here, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not as, as I'd like it to be. And then, of course, I had to swipe one of these pages that I was using for a folio to come up with my little tucks, because I just wanted this to be, another no-sew, quick, and it's quick and little easy. It just, once you do one, then you got it. So, but I just needed something to put some extra things that I have in there. So this just shows you, I mean, this isn't what's going in there, but I can't show you what I'm putting in there because then it's not a surprise. So we have that, it flips up. We have a little notepad that flips down. And then this is a little, a little tuck spot here, a little, pocket, I guess you call them, pocket there, and a pocket back here. And it's designed to be glued on to your, a page. So if you glue it on, this way, then, well, I guess I'll have to use a big old thing. You'll have you could put a tag that way. Heck, if you glued it on this way, you could have a belly band too. There's, or if you glue it on this way, you can do a side tuck, or if you put it down here, or there, you can have this kind of side tuck. So however you glue it on to your page, there's just so many more options. And like I said, you can bling it up more and all that good stuff. So this is, you get two for the price of one. And on the next one, we'll reverse it so that way you get two designs, two different things with the same paper. Oh, and this is what the backs look like. It's all glued down. Well, except, well, shoot, I left the, yeah, when you go back, after you cut them, you got to go back and make sure that you glue your sides down so you have pockets and they don't open up. Oh, what a silly girl. But, like I said, I glued them all shut, except, like here. Now, if you wanted to make it, and now I'm getting into not so easy, but if you want another challenge, leave this back open, and you could put it in as a flip, and then you can have a top tuck here and a top tuck there. But anyway, it's designed to go on here like this. So that's this one, and when you see, I thought, oh, I was doing so good. I got this little project done, double-sided, and you get two different designs and stuff. Well, I ended up with the same design here and here. So I just took some washi. I mean, we all have washi. And put dot ones on there so it kind of, has a little snow. And then you can pull in some other colors into it. So that's what this is. And like I said, as you can tell, it was one piece of paper like this. All right, so now let me put these up and we will try to get this going. Now, after, because this is digital, but if you have an 8.5 by 11, your pocket's going to be a little bit longer because you didn't have any, white to trim off. But after I trimmed it off, I'm pretty much have like 8 1/4 by 10 5/8 after I trimmed my whites off the front and the backs. So, but like I said, if you have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, if you have a 12 by 12, I need to try this with a 12 by 12. I haven't, because I don't want to have, like left, overage. Because if you do a 5 and a 5 and a 5, then you end up with a 2-inch left over. But if you did, you could do it in 4s and get 3. I don't know. So anyway, now I'm just going down too far of a road. I know. Sorry about that. See, it just doesn't turn off. Oops. All right, so let's see if I can do this with y'all. I know it looks rough, but it's really not, because I just taped this on here so I would know. So we're just gonna do one page at a time. Okay, and then I drew on here so I would know that these are my snowflakes and my stripes, but you know, just how you fold it is what you end up with. So let's just follow my instructions, huh? So I have, oh crap, I have a snowflake here, and well, maybe that was my other problem too. Maybe I drew the wrong things. Okay, I have a star and a dot, and back here I have a, where's a snowflake and a stripe. Anyway, just let me confuse you. I don't mean to, but I just confused myself. Anyway, like I said, I only did this one. This was like my little prototype thing. I thought about it in my sleep, so, well, in the morning, and then I had to hurry up and get up and fold it to see if it would work, and it did. So that was the first one that I made, so now this is the second one I'm going to make. Alright, so we're going to score it at 2 inches, our first score. And no, I didn't measure out how much it would be like here and then the next one, because I'm difficult like that. But I know after I scored, well, I guess I need to do it just a little harder. Not too hard. You know, I get really hard with my stuff. And then this is my other part of the page. So this one is a 2, and this one we're scoring at 4. So that was our 2 inch. So now we're just going to flip it around and score at a 4. Gently score. Candace, pet the baby. Alright, so just so you can kind of see where we're at on here, this one we're going to fold up on the 2, because we're wanting this design. So we're doing this one, but we'll try, I'm hoping, you know, we can do the next one. Oh man, I didn't clean my thing off. And then this, the 4 inch, we're going to fold back onto itself. I know, and then when you're, you know, when you're done folding, nothing's ever straight. We'll have to trim it off. Oh, sorry. I know that is, I'm so loud. I'm heavy-handed. So see how we'll have to trim it, but we're not worrying about that. So this is what we have on our first page. This is our first page right here. So this is our, oops, this way. So this is my 2 inch score here and my 4 inch score on the back. And so we have our 2 inch up and our 4 inch back. So we're going to set that aside, and then we're going to come, whoa, over to this piece of paper. All right. So on this piece of paper, which is over here. All right. So we're going to score 2 inches on here. Okay, so 2 inches, and I'm going to fold it. Like I said, this is just how I worked it out in my head. So this is how I have to do it. If you want to mass make, then you can, you know, go and figure out the things after that. Okay, so then I'm gonna, you know, this is folded over. I know it's the wrong way, but I need to get 2 3/4 inch on here. So 2 3/4. Okay, and then we're gonna turn it around, and we're gonna score another. Whoops! We're gonna make a 4 inch. So we have a 4 inch, whatever this ended up is, the 2 3/4 and a 2 inch. Okay, so did I make a 4? No. Did I? No. Okay. So I gotta score my 4. Oh. Alright, let me put this little board up for a minute so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this one's up, this one goes back. This was our 2 inch. This equals 2 3/4 inch, and then the back is 4, and we're just going to fold the 4 inch back over on the top. So this is what we ended up with. And like I said, my dots, I've just got the, you know, when you score and then you fold on patterns, because your paper doesn't print straight all the time. I mean, it just depends on how your machine pulls it through. So now I've got to kind of wiggle this a little bit so my, excuse me, so my dots aren't so obvious there. And see, I was thinking, oh, double page, I was going to have a, you know, this print, that print, and this print. No, that's not how it happened. So that's where the washi tape comes into play. Okay, so, and as you can tell on here, I had originally was going to put those little, the little round things with the brads over it, but then I glued my sides in, and so that's how come I ended up with that. So, okay, now that, ow, sorry, whacked that light bulb. Okay, so now if you ink, now is the time to just go ahead and do your inking. I'm just going to lightly ink, so that way, you know, whoever gets this, if they're not a heavy inker, if they're just a ink toddler and not an ink drinker, then, you know, it won't be so heavy for them. So, you know, some people just can't drink moonshine. They have to just start off with Coca-Cola and then, you know, work their way up. I don't like moonshine. Just want to let you know it's nasty. So anyway, they sell it down there now at in Gatlinburg. They have moonshine distilleries that they sell, and it's just bleh. Yeah, no. I like sweet alcohols. Yes, I do. And see, I said I wasn't going to get heavy, and, well, okay, then let me do the bottom. You know, and then after you have a few, it don't matter what it is. Oh, okay, so now I'm going to, I don't think I haven't told you the, this was back when, before John whatevered. You know, he don't drink anymore. But when we went to Gatlinburg for New Year's, we went down to the Hard Rock Cafe, not Hard Rock Cafe, the Hard Rock, because it's down there at the end of the strip. And so we had walked down there. You know, we started off at TGIF's and, you know, had drink there, because that's where the parking garage is, down there by light number, I don't know, 7 or 8, no, 6, because there's 8 main lights, and so that's where you tell everybody where you're at. Oh, it's at light number whatever, light whenever. And I might have to not tell you my story, because we'll be confused. Okay, so anyway, I'll have to tell you the story later. So, we inked it, and now we're going to glue our pockets and stuff down. So let's glue our pockets down. So, wherever it's a pocket, oh, come on. There you go. We're going to glue this down because it's going to be a pocket tuck spot thing. I know, don't worry about the insides, because after we cut it, then we'll have to go back and do, oh, ooh. God, I'm glad. See, I couldn't even do right. So we're only gluing this one, because see, I was telling that story. So we're just gluing this one, the first one, but the one with the bunch of jiggies, we're just gonna glue. We're gonna glue these. Oh man, I gotta turn my heater off. It's getting hot again. All right, hold on. I know. Okay. And I figured I'd wear some of my Christmas jewelry just to show you. Yeah, it was a ho-ho gift that John got me one year. My little poinsettia ring. He used to be a great jewelry shopper, but then, you know, one can only wear so much jewelry. And when you've been together 25 years, plus 4 years before we got married, you know, lots of Valentines, lots of birthdays, lots of anniversaries, lots of Christmas, equals, I know, can a girl say too much? Yeah. Okay, so where this flips up right here, we're going to go ahead and glue this little pocket, this side down. I'm sure if I asked for more, he would probably buy it for me, but I don't even wear hardly any of what I have. Well, I used to in Houston, but I mean, what am I going to do? Feed the horses, wash a dog off with poop, walk down, clean out some poop in the horse stall with jewelry on? Nope. Even I wouldn't do that to my jewelry. Okay, so we glued this one with the 3 pockets down, these sides down, and the back one down. Now this one, with this flippy-do, we're going to take, and it's going to go, this is going to be our front pocket like this. So we're going to flip it over, and ouch, I kind of glued it about 1 3/8 inch. So I just measured, I know, I keep putting my pencils up. I'm going to measure 1 3/8. Oh, wait. Okay, it is from here. All right. Because, you know, because this is where the little flippy is back here, which, you know, the flippers are a little different because of the size of my papers, because this was, anyway, just, yeah, 1 3/8. Oh my gosh. You know, let me just use the shorter ruler. It will work much better. Okay, so 1 3/8. Let me just look at this, because this just looks a little odd. See, like I said, I was running my mouth, but no, that's it. It's 1 3/8. Okay. All right, so 1 3/8 from this, the first, not the back, but the front. 1 2 3 1 3/8. So we'll just put a little mark and we'll glue on top of that, and then we'll come down, find us another 1 3/8, and mark it there. Okay, so like I said, this is the one that we only did 2 scores on, the 2 inch and then the 4 inch. That's going to be our front. This is our back. We're gluing the back of this one to the back of the multi-fold one. Okay, so we're gonna, the most important thing is, I know this is what we're kind of doing here, but you want to make sure that your front looks even, which it does. I mean, based on what's going on here. So we're flipping it, because we're going to have to trim, because I can always see there's a little bit hanging off there and whatever. Alright, so hold it down, because the front's going to be held, and then we're going to glue. We don't want to glue here, because that's going to be our pocket on the side, but we're going to glue here. And yeah, this is a tongue hanging out one, the back, and that side. So then we're going to flip it over and smush it down. Because like I said, this is our back. It's all going to be glued down. You know, that's just open. It's not going to hurt anything. If you don't like it open, feel free to glue it down. Okay. I know, and the goo's a gushing out. Okay, so this is what we have. This is our front. It lifts up. Ah, snap! Well, I messed that one up. We're supposed to be gluing back here. See, I was running my mouth about John, and that's what happens. Well, we're going to trim this down. That's going to be just an okay oops. So if you do this oops, we can save it. Wait, it's the bionic paper, the bionic folio. We can save him. So now, jeez Louise, we were supposed to be gluing. We're going to have to do this again, because I know I just lost you. So let me just go ahead and glue this. Let me glue my sides down. And I apologize. See, that's why I couldn't tell the story, because I knew I was going to go rogue. Alright, so now we're going to have to trim a good 1/8 of an inch off that side. Almost 1/8 of an inch. Because I had the glue there, because I was running my mouth Not to paying attention. Okay, we'll do another one. And I won't run my mouth. Okay. So there. Alright, and what does this give us? This gives us, oh, exactly 8, so it wasn't so bad. Alright, but now I have to go and ink my stinking sides again, because like I said, oh, Bertha was running. Okay, so that's, oh, now I gotta ink over here. Oh my gosh, see? You don't pay attention, you just make more work for yourself. On top of the work that I already have. Because I was running my mouth. I'm going to tell you a good story. But I will. I'll tell you that story. I have to remember. But it's a good one. I don't have a wanted poster at Pizza Hut. John does. Oh my God. It was bad. We've never been back to that one in Gatlinburg again. Okay, so just make sure I got that pocket, that pocket. I did not glue that. That one's good. I glued the back on there. Oh, that's where the fold is, so I didn't glue it. And we have our top that we just saved, and then we have that. Now let me see back here. That ones are open, and I guess I managed to glue that. Okay, so we have that and all of our sides done. Now we're going to cut it in half because I want 2 of them, because I'm using it for 2. I have another thing that we can do, but I think I've just you mind because I messed up. So we're going to cut it in half so I can have 2 pockets, and the next one we'll do differently, and I won't run my mouth because it's really cute and it's not really that hard, but you do have to pay attention. Oh girl, don't glue that one down. Okay, so now we're gluing our sides down, our side pockets down, and then this one, you just find where your pocket is and just run your glue down there. Don't run your mouth, run your glue. If you run your glue, it all works out. Okay, so let me come over here, run my glue, and not my mouth. Let me open this up so I don't accidentally misglue. Alright. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Yeah, I can, because like I said, I wasn't paying attention. Oops. And we gotta glue this one down. I'm sure the other one was like that, and I was still running my mouth, not my glue, a minute ago. So, let me check back here. Yep, see? We want to glue that one down. Which, you know, it would be glued down when you glue it to your page anyway, but, you know, I want you to know what it is when you get it. It was my headache. Okay, so now, let me ink around here, because that's where we chopped it. And I do want to round the edges, because I liked it round. I know I should have did it before I inked. I don't even know why I'm inking the back, just because, like I said, running my mouth. Alright. Yeah, Jamie said that, oops, in Colorado, it's supposed to be -50 with the wind chill. Like, I don't know if it was today or tomorrow or whatever, but I was like, well, that's a little cold. So, alright, so we have that. So let me go ahead and round the edges with the small corner rounder, just because it's a 4-inch pocket, not, you know. Now, if you like the big one, go for it. But I like the little one on the smaller pocket. Yeah, I watched, you know, one of Gail's videos today when she was making her, like, leftover journal with all her Christmas leftovers and stuff, and she had an old little set that I did. I was like, oh, man, you know, because, I mean, I made a lot of stuff before I even opened my Etsy shop, and definitely, well, like a year before I opened my Etsy shop, and then, I guess I did start my Etsy after that. But I forgot all the stuff because I didn't keep one for myself. I sent one to Gail, had, you know, a few up there to sell, and that's it. Dum Dum didn't even think. So, all right, so like I said, I just took these. I took, you know, a row of these, which turned out to be 1 3/4 inches wide, and then I just trimmed them so I could keep, you know, I trimmed the owls first, and then I went back and had this. So this ended up being like 1 1/2, and then this one was right under 1 3/4. And so I'm just, and it's printed on 45-pound paper. So I'm just gonna round my corners. And actually, well, okay. Let me just get this done. I can't believe, yeah, I do. Oh, crummy crumbs. Okay, and then I'm just putting like almost to the half mark of the glue. And then we'll just put them down here for our little tab. And then same here, right below about the 1/2 inch way, because you know you want to glue it to the very top, because then your top page sticks in there. Lesson learned on that too. You know. Anyway, okay. So we have that. So this is the exact same as the first one that I showed you. And I'm just going to put the notepad and stuff in there, and you know, later. But we're going to try to do this other one real quick that I messed up. Okay, so let's try this again, Candace. All right. Trim the edges off of here. This is my stripe and snowflake one. And then back here is my stars and polka dots. Okay, so on the snowflake, we're going to score 2 inches. And then turn it around. This is that page. We're going to score 4 inches on the back. I'm telling you, this wood burning stove sure brings in the cool weather. I know. If you watched, you've heard me whine about it all these years. All my 2 years of being on YouTube. Well, a year and a half, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so, all right, so we have our 2 inch and our 4 inch. Okay, so we have that, and as you can tell, I'm doing this backwards, but we'll fold it the other way in a minute. Okay, so we have that one, and then, oops, oh, where did it go? It's right here, you dummy. So this one, oops, this is this page, so we're gonna score, you know, whichever way you want to approach it. So we'll go this way. We'll score 4. Oops, I just felt that wiggle. We'll score 4. And we'll flip it around. We're going to do 2 on this side also. Okay. And then after I fold this, I want to go in 2 3/4 from the 2 inch fold. So 2 3/4. Okay. And then that, we fold that one back. And then we fold the 4 inch one up. Yes. Okay, so this is what we have. This is that page. This is that. Okay. So now, since I want to make two different designs from the same paper, I'm gonna go ahead and chop this in half now. I know. But if you're following with me, doing the folds was the hardest part. So this is 8 1/4, so we're gonna cut it at 4, 4 1/8. So this is technically the one page. And then we're going to cut this one 4 1/8. Because I did measure them. They were the same size in the beginning. That doesn't mean anything now. And then this is that page. Okay, but I want to do this one this way. And then I want to do this one. Wait a minute. Can I do it this way? We have this up and this. Yes, we can. Okay. So you see what I'm doing? I took, instead of gluing them together, I cut them in half and then folded them the opposite direction, so that way we get two different looks from the same paper. Now we just got to decide which one goes with what best. Does that go with this best? Possibly. And then we have, this is our original design, I believe. Our stars and dots. Our stars and dots and our snowflakes and stripes. So this is what our original one was, and then we flipped it around so we can get two different designs from our two-sided paper. Are you following me? I hope so. Alright, so we're just going to set that aside, and now we're going to go ahead and ink our stuff. Lightly ink, because I like ink. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Okay, I'm sorry, Sir Mix-a-Lot just came to mind. And I don't know what's going on with the back, so I'm inking. Oh my goodness, I know. If everyone had one of me, wait, y'all do. Haha, dun dun. Okay, and then this. Okay. Alright, so this is going on top. This is our flippy. So we're going to come over and we're going to measure 1 3/8 inch from here, because that's where we want to glue that, which I think we need to glue the other stuff down first. 1 3/8. Okay, but I've got to glue. We're going to glue this 2-inch one down first, the one with just the 2 folds. So we're going to glue the 2-inch one down first. And we're leaving the back flap alone for now. So we got the 2 inches. So then on here, this is the one with, the 3 foldies. So we're going to glue our back one. And then the next one, our front. Ouch. You've mushed too much papers when your fingers start getting hurt. And yes. And then this is the one that flips up, so we're going to glue this one down just so it doesn't confuse us and flip in the wind. Okay, so now we have that pocket glued, the back's down, and then this is the one, these are our front pockets, then this one with just the one pocket is going on top, because that's our top flip. We're flipping over, and we're finding our 1 3/8 inch mark, and we are only gluing the sides. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that noise was. Down here and the sides. We're not going anywhere else. Lord, I hope I did it right this time. Okay, We're going to find out in a minute when I flip it over. Ta-da! I did it right. Oh, I didn't ink right here, though. Okay. So, but you see, this has a little bit poking out. You know, that little bit bothers me. So let me just straighten that up. So I know you heard that little bit, but I know it was there. Okay. And that little bit is still there on the back. Well, we're just going to come and give that little part a slight little haircut, because, you know. All right. You know, I swear I guess because I did it so light, but I don't know. I don't remember doing that because it sure, well, that one had it. I don't know. Okay, so I want to do the rounded corners real quick. I know I got to dump my thing out. He's full. So let's round our little corners. So we rounded our corners. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I want to put my washi in here. Just because, you know, I need it to break. You know, I can't have two of the same pattern. It's just not going to work. Y'all, I couldn't even handle that 1/32 of a piece of paper hanging over. What makes you think I can take two of the same patterns together? I mean, think about it. Ah, I sure hope I've been in frame after all that running my mouth. Yeah, it looks like I might have been. Gosh, I hope so, y'all. I sure be disappointed if I roll this back and find out I wasn't. Okay, so there's that one. And then we have, I think, one more. Oh, here he is. One little owl. And I said this was 1 3/4 about. Oh, yeah. Let's see where 1 3/4 hits on here. Because I need, oh, he's going to be just fine. Well, I want to go over just a little. 1 3/4. And then, oh, I'm going to have to take off a stocking. Oh, well. Small sacrifice for the good. Okay, so now let's round these corners so they'll be ready for my next one. And then this Mr. Hoot Owl. Mr. Hoo Hoo. Alright, and then we'll put him on here. Now, yeah, that's different. Anyway, right, let's put Mr. Owl on. I know, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll? Every time I say Mr. Owl, that's what I think about. I know, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, we have that one on here. Now let me use my little musher. He's not as loud. So we got that one done. Oh, we still need to put a little notepaddy in here. So this goes to there. So just fold it over. And then we'll attach that in there. Give it just a little blush. You know, it's just a candlelight dinner. They're not working the street corner. So, alright. And then we'll glue the top down. And then I just have this little pretty blue damask tape that I just thought would be pretty, putting a little piece up there just to kind of draw your attention that something was put on here. Alright, so now that one's done. It's ready to be loaded up with stuff. So there's that one. Alright, now this one. Okay, we're taking the two folded one. Well, we're gonna ink around everything first. Or at least I think I am. I don't know what we're doing anymore. Yeah, let's go ahead and ink around this one. And it's just so you can, you know, it stands out on the paper. The differences, you know, the different pockets. I think this is covered on the back. I don't know. So we'll ink it. And let me just come back here and ink back here because I don't remember. Oh, but that's what got me. My inside. That's why it didn't get inked. So if you're an inker, just go to town. You know, if you want to make sure you got it, just ink everybody. Ink everything you see. Okay, so now we're going to take this one with the two folds and we're going to glue this pocket down. Okay, so we got that one glued just on the front. Okay, then we're coming over here to the 3-fold and we're going to glue the back one down. Gonna glue the front pocket down. And then we're gonna flip it over because this is where this right here flips up, and glue this down. Okay, so there's that. And I sure managed to miss down there. Alright, so that's that one. Okay, so now remember, our front pocket is going on the front. We're flipping it over, and we want to measure 1 3/8 from this fold. I know you saw I got a little crazy with that mark. Well, I just got to make sure I glue, you know, put my glue on there. Okay, so now we're going to glue this onto here. And like I said, most important is that your front is straight. And see, you know, it doesn't matter how you cut stuff. It's never straight. All right, so we're going to flip it open. We're going to glue the sides. This side. Oops. And down here. And put that on there. Alright, let's give it a little mush. And there's that one. I know we did okay on that. Let me just trim my sides, make them straight. I know, what's even the point? I know I'm giving my poor little trimmer a workout. It's just because it's, you know, quite a few layers on that one. Alright, then you know, you gotta go back, re-ink it, because I had to trim it because Candace has got an anal problem. Oh wait, let me paint. Oh, this is the front. This is my pocket. See, I didn't even ink it, even though I told you, oh, ink everything you see. I didn't ink any of the folds. And then I got to come back inside because, you know, I trimmed the little edges because they weren't even for me. And, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it is for me. Okay, so we have that. And now we need to ink this little thing. And glue him on here. Right below the half line. And there. See? If you pay attention, it's not that hard, but you cannot tell a story. And actually, I think this needs a little more glue. I know, one more row up. I did not like how that flopped. Alright, so now, there we go. Okay, oh, I was going to put my notepad in here while I had it flipped open while I thought I was. Alright, oh, we got to round our edges. Ay, Candace. You know, if you like square edges, this will save you a step, or 3, or 4, or 10. Alright. But it does make it a little softer. Not so in your face. Oh, we don't need that back there, like I am. And then, let's see. Just hold it there. And then we'll gently dust it. Okay. And we'll put it in here. Oops. Got to glue it first, and then we put the washi on it. So see, you could, even struggling, you could definitely make 2 of these pockets, and then use different, different paper. You know, if you want to have a different look, a different little note card paper. Oh, that's just ink on the thing. Some coffee dye paper or something else, just so you really have 2 different looks in there. So you have, 2 totally different pockets, but that fills a whole page, and then you have room, you fill it up with all your other little ephemeras and parts and pieces, and tag, a big tag in the back, and da-da. So that's that one that we use. The same paper, but just folded it opposite directions, so we got 2 different designs from one piece of paper. And then this is the other one that we did, that we folded them the same way, and we got that. So now let me close this. Alright, so there's that one. Like I said, we just folded them backwards, different, the same score, same everything, but we just folded them, so you got a whole different look with the same piece of paper, as long as it's front and back. Or, like I said, if you don't have front and back, glue you another page to it. All that good stuff. So I have 9 minutes left, so I'm going to do it real quick. I'll tell you the story. So we went, and decided we was going to go from one end of Gatlinburg to the other and hit the bars, have a drink, and just keep on going. Well, we ended up all the way down past, right before light number 1 at the Hard Rock Cafe. And we got at the bar, and we were just ordering, a drink, and we were watching the stuff on TV and everything. And then these people actually came that were from Carrier and Picayune, Mississippi, which was like, I mean, what are the odds? So we started, talking with them here and there. They were already smashed. And so me and John were making fun of them. Well, about an hour later, John is, 4 sheets to the wind. And because the bartender, whenever she'd mix drinks, she'd throw the leftovers of the drinks, she'd slide them down the bar, and whoever caught them got to drink them. Well, I eat when I drink, because I know better. So I had bought a big old thing of caramel corn, and so I was eating my caramel corn, and I settled on apple martinis. And so, anything that had peach, when they slid it, I just let it go down. Well, John was just mixing whatever. Well, so we closed, we closed the bar down and left, and you know, we went, like I said, we went from making fun to the people, the two couples that were here from, that were there from a small little place that we used to live in, and to where the next thing I know, John's singing with them, and I'm like, oh my God. So I'm just like, because I've been eating the whole time, snacking. John, zero. So then it's time to go. Well, we're walking down to our car. And I usually don't like to drive at night around the mountains and all that stuff, especially as a different chalet we stayed at. I didn't know where we were. And there was bears around there. So we're walking up the strip, going to our parking garage, 7 lights down the road, and which is a good strip. And John sees like Domino's Pizza drive by. He's like, "Oh, pizza!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I could do with some food." I said, "I think you need to eat." I mean, this is like, I don't know, 2 in the morning maybe. And so we get, and I'm like, "Oh, Pizza Hut's down there on the left hand side." So we cross over and we get up there because a lot of places were already closed. And so we went in there, we ordered our pizza, because John was just, that's all he could say is like, "Oh, pizza, man, I can have some pizza." And then when a car would drive by, he'd like, "Oh, pizza." I mean, he'd said it a couple times. And I was just like, oh, Lord. So, granted, I had drank a bunch, but I was sober, considered to him, because I snacked the whole time. If you're going to go drinking all night, you must snack. And so we go in there, we order our pizza, and we sit down, and John's like, "Oh, I need some coffee." And I'm like, "Yeah, you need something." Well, we sit down at the table, and I'm on this side, he's on this side. I look at him, and he has this look on his face, and I'm like, oh my God, I just knew he was going to be sick. And then he turned white, and then he started to sweat, and he got up and left. I mean, this is a little bit, most Pizza Huts are big. This one was a little bitty Pizza Hut. There was only like probably 4 tables inside there. It was mainly, a to-go thing and a delivery thing, because, it's Gatlinburg. And so, John doesn't come back. They bring the pizza out, and I'm like eating my pizza, and I thought, man, this has been a while. Well, the guy comes from behind the counter, and he's like, "Ma'am, I think you might want to go check on the guy you're with." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "He's making sounds in the bathroom that we've never heard." And I'm like, "And I don't do throw up, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't ever call me. I can't do it. I can't. If I hear it, I'm gagging with you. If I see it, I'm throwing up with it. It's really bad." So, and Emily's the exact same way, and she's going to be a nurse. But anyway, so, and I'm like, and I flat out told the guy, "If he's throwing up or making noise, I'm not going in there." And the guy's like, "Well, do you want me to go check on him?" I'm like, "That's up to you. I'm not going in there." So a few minutes later, John comes out. I mean, he's like, "Let's go." And I'm like, "Okay." So, "You want any pizza?" He's, "No, let's go." So, I hurry up. We get the, because they gave it to us in a to-go box anyway, because, like, it was so late. And so we just get our pizza. We pay for it. And, we're going out the door, walking, trying to, get to our car up in the parking garage. And I have to drive. Oh, my God. So I have to drive through the town, and then where we stayed in this dark, no lights, windy road, literally one road where your car can barely see before you fall off the edge, to try to get to where we were staying, which I couldn't even remember where we were really staying, because I don't pay attention. I'm the passenger. So I'm like, "John, why do we have to go so fast?" He's like, "Oh, babe, I threw up everywhere." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Because I'm thinking, you just threw up in the toilet. He's like, "No." Well, come to find out, which I never knew this, John doesn't like to get close to the toilet when he's throwing up. He said he was standing up, throwing up, and it was everywhere in there. Everywhere. And I'm sorry if I'm making any of y'all sick, but you have to understand. We paid like $20 for this pizza, and these people had to clean whatever John had drank for 6 hours up in this bathroom. That was bad. So I truly expected our credit card to have like a $200 cleaning fee on there or something, because based on, I won't go into all of the details that he told me. And I was just like, oh, that's enough. Don't tell me no more. You know, because I'm like, So we get back to the chalet, and the master bedroom was upstairs. And so he got on the couch, and he's like, oh, I can't make it upstairs. I'm like, good, because you're not sleeping with me. Because, nope. And so he lays on the couch, and I'm sitting there, and I'm on the chair just making sure he's all right. He's like, you're breathing too loud. I'm like, oh my God, John. I'm like, well, you need to get to the bedroom. So he rolls off the couch and on his hands and knees crawls down the hallway to the guest bedroom. And I have to help get him up on the bed. And we only get him halfway on the bed. And he's like, don't move me. So he's literally hanging, here with his legs hanging down. I just left him. I was like, you a big boy. You did this to yourself. And I left him, and I went upstairs, got in my bed, went to bed. Oh, he had a bad next couple of days. He had a hangover from where. But then he, told me as much as he could remember. So, I'm telling you, the whole time we were there the next couple of days, we didn't even walk on that side of the street, because John was afraid they would recognize him. And I jokingly have always said there was a wanted poster of him on that wall saying, do not serve this man, or something, because it was that bad. So that is John's big Gatlinburg thing that he did. And he's never done that again. Well, even, before pre-cancer and stuff like that. That one, he learned a little lesson on that one. And, Candace ain't stupid. If you're going to drink all night, you need to eat while you drink. So, anyway, so that was our wanted in Gatlinburg New Year's Eve one year. And luckily, because when we would bring Robert with us, like every other year to New Year's, wherever we would go somewhere. And that year, thank God we didn't bring him. And because, we don't act like that when we would bring, Robert with us and stuff like that. And, we would just be, good parents. And then the other year when we didn't have him, he was with, I guess, his dad or something. We would just, we went crazy. So, but, I know how to be responsibly crazy. That one he does not. So much for that story. That might be TMI, but if y'all could just imagine how bad it was. And I swear, I really thought they were coming to get us. And I mean, we did for at least 2 months. We watched that credit card because I just knew I would. If I was a manager, man, I'd have hit them up because it was that bad. So I hope you enjoyed this little 2-page, 2-pocket wonder type thing. And, give it a try. I will draw these better, and I will take a picture of it so that way you can see the actual measurements again. I'll scan them in and put them up there. And like I said, I hope I didn't confuse you too much, but watch the first one, see my mistake, then come back and watch the second one, and give it a try. It's really cute. It's really fun. And like I said, it's going to be, filled with some things that I have in the ho-ho things. So I will see y'all on the next video. Lots of kisses, lots of love. Y'all have a happy holiday, a great rest of the week. I hope you're not, that you don't overdo it. Don't go too crazy. Try to enjoy the holidays and enjoy Christmas, and find a little time for you to make something, even if it's just one little journal tag. Just make something. All right, and I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great day, blessed day, and I hope some of y'all got a good chuckle on that one. So I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.